what's up? It's Kit. Time for our video. Today we are going to be rigging a Falcon Z Slow. So we're going to add to our jig rigging library. Okay, so here's a very good look at that jig. This is a 280 gram Z Slow. We're going to be rigging this with the Barbless kamaitachi from Gamakatsu. Alrighty. Now, thread, we're going to be using YL's YGK assist cord tying thread, which is, by the way, I need to twist around there. Now, if you're using this type of bobbin and you want a bit of pressure, you tie it around the leg like that. Okay, for this, I need 2 wraps and I'm good. Okay, so I like the pressure of 2 wraps, and that's it. We're gonna be using super glue, of course. I don't know if I still have accelerant. Actually, I might order accelerant again, but you know, that thing's not expensive. The cord that we're gonna be using is Varivas SS, and this is excellent for number 40, and this is excellent for fast jigging. However, we're going to be using it for slow jigging, and I'm going to show you how. Okay, number 40, for your reference, number 40 is 200 pounds. But we're going to take the core off, so it's probably not going to be 200. But as you can see, this thing is actually very difficult to work with. It's legendary in that regard. Now, it first starts off as being stiff, and then later on it disappears. The stiffness actually disappears. So we're gonna put a core of fluorocarbon on this, and that will make it stiffer. Okay, so the very first step that we're gonna do is insert the mono on this. But first, what we need to do is just measure up. You can see that, like so. Take off a little bit because it's going to be front hook, or it could be the back really. Okay, so we're gonna take a section that's about the length of the jig. Okay, so a tad short, maybe about 2 centimeters. Sorry, about 2 centimeters shorter than the jig. And then we're going to attempt to take the core out of this. There we go. So take the core off, which is very easy, and then take your fluorocarbon. This is 20. Just insert. Not rocket science. Very easy. Okay, like so. I like cutting it longer than needed. Now, to make this easier to work with, we will tie it onto the solid ring first. YL likes these big solid rings. Okay, I don't know what size these are, but he likes them big. Okay, so make sure that you fold these. As you can see, fluorocarbon actually there. Okay, loop in like so, and then one loop, twist, and then pull through, so you end up with a figure 8 there, as you can see. Okay, now make sure that these are equal, like so. Okay, what I usually do with these, oh, I messed up. It has a tendency to twist out. Okay. So this has a tendency to twist out. So I will do that. Okay, now once that's in, what I do, okay, because this is kind of stiff, remember, so I take my pliers, and these are flathead pliers, as you can see, kind of different, and it has like a really better grip than the normal pliers. So I tighten like so, increments, one leg first, then the other second, okay, until it's fully tightened, like so. Pull as hard as you can. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Now we can tie the hooks. Now I need to tighten the other leg a bit more. There we go. So that's it. Very clean. Now it's just a matter of putting the hooks. So we chose 5/0 for this. Okay, and okay, now if you can see, put it in the middle, sticks out. Okay, both sides the same. That's how I size it. I wonder how people actually kind of miss that, because every single time I tie these, I mention this is how I size, and still people miss it. It's kind of amazing. Alright, now you have two choices. You can use the pierce method, okay, which is what we do here. I am going to run the hook through the assist cord, and again, if this is kind of a first time for you, it's not gonna be easy. The cord, this particular cord is famous for being very difficult to work with, so be very, very patient. Okay, now okay, as you can see there, we can now position the hook and tie it. Okay, now there we go. Now I'm going to bring you in just so you can see. Okay, now you'll see that this is kind of getting in your way, so just put it through like so, and you can find that it's gonna go out there. Now, two things. There's this bit right here, which isn't difficult to deal with, because all you can do is actually cut it or burn it off. Okay, so what I'll do is cut it partially, and then I'll burn it off a little bit. Okay, just like that. Now we can bind. Now this is gonna be quite tight. This part doesn't show through. I know it doesn't show through videos, but I'm putting this on really tight. In fact, it feels as if I'm bending this, the leg or the neck of this, but I'm doing this very tight, as tightly as I can. Now this part, I'm pretty sure a lot of people mess up with. Okay, now you'll see that it's a bit fluffy. That's fine. It's the nature of this thread. Okay, what I like is actually just putting some on the back here. I'll do this as clean as possible. I'll do 3 layers. Okay, remember that this thread absorbs a lot of glue, and that is what it's used for. That is the strength of this particular glue, or sorry, this particular thread. Now, to deal with the fuzzy, take a lighter, then just flash, flash, flash. Those little fibers actually get disintegrated. And then, you take your glue and start gluing this up. It is that easy. Now, apply a little at a time. Whoa, that's too much. Oops. Alright, so I have an excess there, which is fine. If you have that, just do what I'm doing here. Spread it with barbecue stick. In this case, it's actually a chopstick that I sharpened. Okay, now as you can see there, just apply your glue. Make sure it is spread evenly. Okay, now the thread will absorb as much as it can. It will go through the braid or the cord, and it will fuse with the fluorocarbon that's inside, and will fuse with the shank of the hook if done right, making that connection very strong. Okay, always have a this is actually just a tissue I used to wipe some dust off, so I'm reusing it. Okay, now I'm gonna apply accelerant just so it's finished while we're filming. Otherwise, I hang this somewhere where there's no air movement so that it is clean. I am out. Alright, that should be dry. Yeah. Yep. Okay, now you can see that it's actually facing different direction. What you could do is twist. Okay, twist, and have this hold. Alright, here's a trick. Okay, if you want to, so that actually did it. Okay, just twist it. But if it doesn't twist correctly, you twist it like 1.5 times. Take a lighter, heat it up, and then let go, and then hold it in position to where you want, and it will behave itself. Okay, but this one, it twisted correctly. Now all we need to do is actually do the same thing with the other hook. So again, I'll burn this. Like so, just to keep it clean. Okay. Then press it. Do the same thing here. This operation goes faster if you don't talk. I have to bark out instructions for you guys, so please bear with me. There we go. Now remember, the line of pull should be on the side of the point, like so. Okay? Now, to keep yourself from getting stabbed, take this, put it in the eye, like that, so it's pointing down. Now, put it there, so. Now, I'd put tape on that because, don't be deceived, even if you think that that's secured with the hook point here, okay, it's not. It's actually kind of scary. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, didn't like it. Now I have to be very careful. So tape the tip, whether you like it or not. Tape the tip. There we go. Extra precaution, just go around there. Had too much trouble in the past. You could say that I have a lot of experience. Okay, so now we just bind this. So. I cut a bit of the tag end and then wrap back. Just fold it forward and then wrap back. That way I know that the tag end is secure and it's not going anywhere. Okay, so now tie this. Okay. That. Always with these, it's fuzzy. Zap it once or twice. Then we are ready to glue. Now I always put a lot more than I need for super glue because I know that the threads will absorb. Now, let's see if we could still get a bit. Okay, there was a little bit of accelerant, so that would have made it dry. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So as you can see here, one's going this way, one's going that way, and we want these guys to actually face each other. Okay, adjust that. 1.5 twist and pull, let go, and well, these are pretty well behaved, so that's good right there. Now what we do is to set everything because the hooks are there. Now we take our pulling tool and then pull everything tight. That is it. So as you can see, get the twist there. Just make sure that they're aligned like so. Okay, I love these hooks, I really do. Alright, so that's your front hook, and that looks wicked. Now let's install. So remember when we first started, we actually measured the hooks. We measured the hooks for the front. You can see there, that is perfect. Okay, so the method that we usually use is we put the hooks first, the cord, and then the ring, and then we put it on there. But for this method, we went completely in reverse, wherein we tied the cord onto the rings first, or the ring first, and then put the hooks on. So same way of doing things, but a little bit different. You'll achieve the same results. It really depends on which one you like better. Okay, so it's up to you. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tie the back hook, and we're gonna skip through this. Okay, by the time we're probably gonna speed through this, just finally finished, and as you can see, that looks really good. So there we go. Okay, now of course the back hook is slightly longer, and although they meet, they're not gonna tangle. Okay, so with the barbless, things to note is that of course there's no barb, and when you're fishing these, you just have to kind of keep the line tight, and it's no different from when you're using barbed hooks. But the good thing about barbless, these particular ones, the kamaitachis, and this is some of my favorites actually, the thing with them is that they have a heavy hook, but the penetration power of these hooks are actually like thinner hooks, and this is probably why I like them a lot, and that's the biggest reason why you should actually start using them. They're really nice. I'm surprised that a lot of people kind of shy away because it says it's barbless, but if you look into the history of the hook, the barb is there to keep the bait in place, not the fish. So again, just keep your line tight when you're using this, and it should be okay. Now there's gonna be quite a few jigs that Wael has rigged with this hook, and it's not just because he bought too much of them. It's also because to tell you honestly, these are very good hooks and you should give them a try. Okay, so again, some of my favorites. In fact, I even have this in smaller sizes, I think size 1s, and I use them for my light offshore fishing, just because stuff like this, okay, stuff like these hooks, they're very easy to take off of the fish once the fish is already on board. Sometimes all it takes is for you to just give it slack, have them shake, and then boom. Or even when you're just taking them off, it becomes easy, and it's not only that, it's safe. Now I even go so far as actually just using 2 of these barbless hooks, 1 on each end, and they work really well. Alrighty, anyway, if you have questions about this, drop in the comment section and I'll get back to you. As you know, I take my time and answer all the comments, even the really bad ones, and sometimes quite frustrating ones, but I take my time to answer them. So please go ahead and go ahead and drop your comments or questions down below. If you want to learn more and you haven't yet, click on that subscribe button, and while you're at it, don't forget to click on the notification bell. I know a lot of people click on the subscribe but kind of forget to click on the notification bell. If you want your friends to learn with you, share this channel, share this video, and if you want to support this channel and help it go forward faster, click on the join button. Alrighty, that's it for now, and again, I want to take my time before we end this video to thank our members. You know who you are. Alrighty, thank you very much, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Class dismissed.